Nope, you do not need any of these, just your cell phone. Hello, sweetie. Gives you a nice little view on the screen there, lets you see what the car's doing. I think I'll just throw the camera down here for now. I think that'll be good. Anyway, shows you the screen right up. I always check to make sure how much charge I have, or in this case I have it set to miles. If you want to see how much charge you have, just go ahead and touch that area and it reverts to percentage, like you guys can see hopefully right there. So I have 93%. No need for a charge or anything else. Shows you whether the front trunk is open or the trunk in the rear is open and that the car is unlocked. Of course, now that I'm in the car, it's just going to go ahead and let me do my thing. Check to see what kind of view you guys have. Looks good. Got my green nectar with me here, and that's all I need. I am good to go. There's a shot of the rear view mirror. If you guys can see, that's what I'm looking like right now. And then of course you have this gorgeous open glass roof. Right now, not so gorgeous, just my lift. But let's go ahead, grab the seat belt. We're gonna back out of here. Gonna show you this all the way from the get-go. So to get into gear, the way I have mine set up anyway, go ahead and scroll down on the car right there, and we are in reverse, and you can see that right here on the screen. So let off the brake, give it a little bit of acceleration pedal. It's not really a gas pedal, right? Make sure you don't hit your lift if you happen to have one like I do. You guys can see what the camera looks like in here. Very clear. Of course, the sun right now for you guys is probably blocking it out, but you can see the truck beside me. It also shows you obstacles around you. A lot of times it'll show you cars and things. I'll be able to show you that when we're driving. But I have the home link thing set up, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the garage door button, and the garage door is going to go down. Now, let's see if we can get out of here without the neighbors coming or anything. I hope, because that would ruin my day. And make sure we don't back into this pole behind me. Okay, and then shift to drive, just like that. Big old D up there for a second. And then we're gonna just head on out of here. And what's always fun in this car to me is how smooth it is. I mean, it really is just like you're gliding, right? That's what it feels like to me. I love the sensation. It's awesome. I've talked before about not really having to use the brake pedal, and I don't. All I have to do is let off the accelerator. The regenerative braking feature kicks in, and the car slows down. Now, you do have to time that right. I mean, if I was doing, I don't know, 50 mile an hour and I had to stop from here to that tree, I would have to use the brakes. It would not stop me in time before I met that tree head on. Now, I do have the geofencing set up for this gate that you see here. Unfortunately, every time I go through, it activates the entrance. This activates when you're just pulling out, not a big deal. So you can't really avoid that, I don't think, just the way that it goes. Now, let's take off out of here. And I'll let you hear it a little bit as we're going. It's very, very quiet in here. Of course, we have the turn signals on the steering wheel here. You may have just seen me activate one. You have to push the buttons. It's simple. You just push it to turn it off. And by the way, the camera comes up and shows you an angle, or a view rather, of the way that you're turning, so you can see what's beside you. But to deactivate them, you just hit either button again and it will turn them off. Let's go ahead and take off this way. You noticed I still have yet to use the brake. I don't know if you can see my feet down there with the camera angle, but every time I've stopped so far on this drive, I have just let off the accelerator and the car has come to a stop itself. I really like that. Very, very handy. We'll do the same thing here, just kind of let the car come to a stop. And I know there are some folks out there who will probably say that you have to let off the gas too soon, you know, when you're in a hurry and you want to get to the stop as quickly as possible so you can take off as quickly as possible. I find it's not really that much different. It is a little bit different. You do have to let off the gas, I think, sooner than you would if you were simply just driving a normal vehicle that didn't have regenerative braking like this does. And by the way, the hybrids, a lot of them anyway, have the same thing. When you let off the gas, the brakes will kind of regenerate or generate power for the batteries. Same kind of idea, but they don't take hold the way that the Prius does. In other words, they don't bring you to a nice crisp stop in the same manner or as quick, I guess, as what the Prius does. Here's the view outside. Nice big windscreen. You can see everything out of here. Don't really notice any major blind spots. You may notice a little bit in the back with the head protection, the headrests, but they're really not that bad either. And as far as the rear view mirrors go, you can see everything down those. Now we're going to take a left, and you'll see it pop up on the screen here. Let's make sure we don't have anybody coming. Okay. As far as acceleration goes, I mean, it's amazing. Just like that, we're at 55 plus miles an hour. You can't beat the acceleration, really, of any electric vehicle. They're just amazing as compared to the ICE or internal combustion engine vehicles. I mentioned the word ICE the other day and somebody thought I was talking about the border or something. I don't know. I wasn't. I was talking about internal combustion engines. Much funner driving experience. It really is. These cars get up and go. They're a blast to drive, especially if you like acceleration like I do. They're simply awesome. And that's really pretty much about it. As you can see, the inside of the car is very minimalist, very simple, except for the screen. That's loaded with tech, but everything else in here really is pretty simple. You basically have two pedals down there, a steering wheel, and that's it. That's all you really have to worry about when you're driving the Tesla. And that's true on any version of the Tesla, I imagine, whether it's a Model 3 like this one, which by the way is a 2024, or the Model Y, Model S, Model X, whatever it is that you happen to have. Anyway, I just wanted to do a pretty quick POV driving the car. I think a lot of people out there have not driven a Tesla, maybe aren't familiar with it, so hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea what it's like to drive a Tesla. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.